Hi everyone and welcome to another obscure Asian story. Did you lose your job recently? Whether it was due to layoffs, poor performance, or a mistake. If nothing applies, no worries. China has a brand new reason for layoffs. In Shandong, being unmarried is reason enough to get you fired. In early 2025, Shunduntian Chemical Industry Group in Shandong issued a notice targeting single employees aged 28 to 58. They were told to get married by September 30th or risk losing their jobs by the third quarter. The company justified this by claiming it was promoting values like diligence, kindness, and loyalty. This policy quickly caused public outrage. After the notice spread on social media and was reported by state-backed newspapers like the Global Times and Beijing News, the company withdrew it. They explained their intention was to encourage older unmarried employees to prioritize marriage and settling down. From a societal perspective, this issue ties into China's declining population, which fell for the third straight year in 2024. Marriages dropped by a record 20%, and the overall population decreased by 1.3 million to 1.40 billion. China's rapid urbanization and its strict one-child policy have significantly reduced birth rates. Meanwhile, the aging population is growing, with 300 million Chinese expected to retire within the next decade. China introduced the one-child policy in 1980 to control its rapidly growing population, which the government feared could cause resource shortages and economic problems. Most families were restricted to having only one child, but exceptions were made for rural families, ethnic minorities, or parents whose first child had a disability. The policy was strictly enforced through fines, forced sterilizations, and abortions. Policy caused major issues. A cultural preference for sons led to a gender imbalance, with millions more men than women. Many female infants were abandoned, aborted, or placed in orphanages. Additionally, undocumented children born outside the policy faced challenges accessing education and employment. To tackle this crisis, authorities are taking measures like promoting love education in colleges to emphasize the importance of marriage and family. A political advisor has even proposed lowering the marriage age to 18 and removing childbirth restrictions to boost the fertility rate. Currently, China's legal marriage age 22 for men and 20 for women is among the highest globally. Despite allowing up to 3 children per family since 2021, many couples are choosing not to have children due to high costs of childcare and career pressures. Authorities are offering incentives like longer maternity leave, financial benefits, and housing subsidies, but China remains one of the most expensive countries for raising a child. Experts warn this will impact the economy as the working population shrinks and costs for elderly care rise. The retirement age population, now at 280 million, is projected to surpass 400 million by 2035. Alarmingly, the state-run Chinese Academy of Sciences predicts that the pension system will run out of funds by then. China recorded 9.54 million births in 2024, up from 9.2 million in 2023. According to the Statistics Bureau, the birth rate also increased slightly to 6.7 births per 1,000 people, compared to 6.39 in the previous year. However, high child care and education costs, job insecurity, and a slowing economy discourage many young people from marrying and starting families. Demographers highlight gender discrimination and traditional expectations for women to prioritize home responsibilities as additional challenges. The number of women aged 15 to 49, the reproductive age range defined by the UN, is expected to drop by over 2/3, falling below 100 million by the end of the century. Without major changes like improving the social safety net and addressing gender inequality, experts warn that China's population decline cannot be reversed. While a 12.4% rise in marriages in 2023, delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, contributed to the rebound in 2024 births, the trend is expected to decline again in 2025. China is also experiencing a steep drop in marriage rates. In 2023, marriages fell to 6.1 million, a 20.5% decrease from 7.68 million the year before. Yet in 2024, births rose for the first time since 2017, partly because some families hope to have children during the Year of the Dragon. Marriage remains a key factor influencing birth rates in China, as single women often lack access to child-rearing benefits. Urbanization is another contributing factor to the demographic crisis. In 2024, China's urban population grew by 10.83 million, while the rural population decreased to 464.78 million. Like in Japan and South Korea, moving to cities increases the cost of raising children. Meanwhile, rural companies like those seen in Shandong fail to encourage people to stay, often issuing controversial policies instead. The Shandong-based company's recent notice telling single employees to start businesses or face termination sparked outrage online. Many users criticized the company for meddling in private matters. The notice clearly went against China's labor laws and the laws governing labor contracts. However, this incident sparked intense debate not just because the company interfered in employees' private lives, but also because it highlighted society's deep bias against single people. In China, being single is often seen as a sign of failure, immaturity, or instability. Parents, relatives, and even companies pushing for forced marriages send the same message: if you are single, something is wrong with you. This also isn't the first time a Chinese company tried to introduce policies to encourage employees to marry. They are trying to balance social harmony and individual freedoms. Businesses can show interest in employees' marital status, but this should never be a reason to fire or penalize them. Such actions not only breach employees' basic rights, but also violate China's labor regulations. Many small and medium-sized companies interfere to some degree in their employees' private lives. Some managers consider this interference part of their corporate culture or a system they believe benefits their company's development. They lack awareness of compliance rules and don't foster a compliance culture. Many managers still view the workplace as their own home, leading them to overstep boundaries, often knowingly or unknowingly interfering with employees' labor rights and independence. However, for many employees, it seriously disrupts their personal lives and infringes on their rights. In 2024, a tech company in Shenzhen launched a $1 million introductory single fund campaign. They offered 1 million yuan in prizes to encourage employees to date and improve happiness and work. Employees who posted verified, truthful dating profiles in an internal forum received a 66 yuan reward. If someone successfully introduced colleagues who entered a stable relationship for over 3 months, both the matchmaker and the couple received a 1,000 yuan reward. In the same year, a Guangdong-based enterprise introduced a Marriage and Birth Award program. It promised employees a 10,000 yuan bonus for registering their marriage during employment and offered a 10,000 yuan and 30,000 yuan for having their first, second, and third children, respectively. However, Shuntian Chemical Group in Shandong province issued a very different notice. Instead of offering rewards, the company threatened to penalize employees who didn't marry within a certain time frame. Such rules blatantly invade personal privacy. Marriage is a significant life decision that should be based on mutual understanding and genuine affection. Connecting marital status with job security undermines the freedom to marry and can create unnecessary stress and hardship for employees. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time and thanks for watching!